The Barber Institute of Fine Arts at the University of Birmingham is fortunate to possess a world-famous collection of European works of art, including paintings, great sculpture, ancient coins and other works of art. The Barber Institute's Collections and Learning team uses its fabulous collections in many inventive ways to connect with a great variety of audiences.
The Barber's distinctive collection, the learning and access team's openness to new ideas and our commitment to collaboration have inspired a number of workshops and interdisciplinary projects. We've collaborated with photography students, with visual artists, poets and dancers, with filmmakers and storytellers, and most recently with computer scientists to produce really exciting responses to works in the collection. The Barber's wonderful bronze sculpture of Miss Clara the Rhinoceros has played a key part in a number of these projects. The real-life story behind Miss Clara's journey from obscurity in India to fame in Western Europe is absolutely fascinating. Miss Clara is currently the focus of an interactive comic for children developed by postgraduate students from this university, and we hope that technology will help to reanimate this tale for our younger audience.
This digital comic is about a particular exhibit at the Barber Institute, which is a rhinoceros called Miss Clara. And what's interesting about this exhibit is that it's a very unique exhibit. It's a puzzle piece, so no one really knows who did it, but it has an incredibly interesting backstory. We're hoping that with this comic we can complement what's already going on at the Barber Institute. They're already doing workshops and things with kids and adults where they get to learn about these exhibits in the same way that I've been learning about it. The only thing is that these workshops only happen at certain times and not everyone has access to them. So we're hoping that by translating some of what goes on there already into onto the internet, we can reach a wider audience. Creating an interactive scenario like this takes you through the whole sort of spectrum of the development process. There's the research and development, which obviously started as soon as I met Tess and Robert. Reading through the archives, finding other materials, just researching this Miss Clara story and turning that into a narrative. That's the first process. After the research and development process, we go on to the storyboarding, where we just sort of do rough sketches, concept sketches of characters, environments, that sort of thing. After the storyboarding stage, we then start to build animatics using Flash, where we test the interactions, test the dialogue, see if the story is working and see if the information is getting across and is engaging people.
Dan Andrews did a series of concept sketches for the project. I then used a selection of colouring techniques, and we hit upon the idea of using a different look for each of the phases of Clara's life. So for growing up in India, we have a washed out, sunny, sepia-toned feel. For touring 18th century Europe, we'll use an etching style reminiscent of contemporary print media, such as Punch magazine. And for retirement in England, we'll use a rather more painterly, realistic feel.
After the animatic stage, we're pretty much there. We just basically polish everything up, make sure that the end user gets what they want out of it. Of course, the Barber Institute will be on hand then to sort of check that it does what they want it to do. Ultimately, this is a project for them, so it's important to get their input at that stage. And once the final colouring and interactions are all sorted, then we're ready to put it on the website.
The story of Miss Clara is great. It's one of those wonderful examples of how having further knowledge of an artwork or a museum piece can really enhance one's enjoyment of the exhibit.